this is StiltzkinKupo84, representing Cat and Fam Gamer TV. I am back in the Popos Heights, because I want to kill some Grand Dragons. We got about 10 levels left before Amarant becomes overleveled in our party. I went ahead and I changed some things. I want Amarant to learn Rebirth Ring. It was really tempting to put that on one of the girls, but we only have one Rebirth Ring, and people are going to be fighting over it sooner or later. So I wanted to have Amarant learn that, so that frees that item up for whoever else wants to learn it later. With that out of the way, I was tempted to give Aiko the Protect Ring. However, I noticed that Amarant will need the Protect Ring next, first of all. Second of all, the Protect Ring teaches half MP, which is what Aiko will learn from the Light Robe when Garnet's done with it. So, not super useful. Garnet's busy learning summons at the moment, so I figured the Rosetta Ring is a good fit on Aiko because that's another item that we only have one of. Angel Earrings would have been a good candidate. It's got 50 AP though, and so it's not like as urgent of a thing for Aiko to learn from as the 90 AP concentrate ability. So yeah, we're going in to some Grand Dragon battles here. That means we're going to get rid of some of Aiko's abilities here. Let's see. I really didn't want to get rid of auto regen, but it looks like we just kind of have to. Just to, you know, make sure she doesn't die here. As soon as we start getting more of these stones, I'll take Guardian Mog off, and then we'll get auto regen back on, because auto regen is a super useful ability to have. I don't think I want to have auto potion on Aiko right now, so I'll just leave those three sit where they are till we get a fourth stone. We could maybe, I don't know, put some kind of 4-point ability on. Not that I think any of those matter right now. Let's see. What can we do? We can cast Mini. That's always good. Oh, now Garnet's gonna start doing this thing where the command will fail. She can't concentrate, and it's really annoying. It happens not only when she's trying to cast magic, but also when she is trying to summon. So that's going to be super annoying. That's going to be a thing that persists. And I guess I'm kind of waiting on to see if Aiko can get this mini off. You know, we almost don't want mini, now that I'm thinking about it, because we need the Grand Dragon to kill itself with its own thunder spells. And now that we have less... Yeah, see now... So now we have less attack. We kind of want those thunder spells to do real good. At least we have, you know, Thievery and No Mercy that are both rocking. And now we've made our Grand Dragon really, the claw attack is really harmless. So, I mean, that's all good. That's in our favor. Maybe Mini was a good idea. Because I'm pretty sure Mini would have one-shotted these girls at the HP that they're at right now. So that's what we'll do. We'll keep casting Mini on the Grand Dragon with these girls until their HP is more viable. Okay, so let's see, we've got HP plus 20 learned. Looks like Aiko gained a level. Okay, so what are we doing here with the... oh, Mantra Band. Okay, so we don't need Mantra Band anymore. So, was Mantra Band one of the things that Amaranth needed? Let's go to the very back of the page. The formula page. Hats. Speed 1, Spirit 1 is for the bandana. And, Speed 1, Strength 1 will be for Green Beret, but we don't have that one yet. So, yeah. Yeah, I believe we're going back to the bandana with Amaranth. Because we want him to be as quick as possible. He's got the No Mercy attack, which is great. He's also got what's that other one called? Curse, yes, where he makes the enemy weak against some elemental properties. So he's got Revive, he's got Chakra. We really do want him to go really fast. We want him to be a fast character. We don't really need Spare Change because we're still buying stuff at the moment. That won't become useful to us until we're done buying basically everything. So, okay, so we'll get MP plus 10. That's good. Good, so we have something that we like for... oh, you know what? Reflect Null. You know what that'll allow us to do? That'll allow us to cause healing upon our own party. That'll be really useful now that we have Auto Reflect on everybody. That'll be great. So, alright, well, we've got Reflect Null on. Now we can heal with Aiko, but not with Garnet. Which is fine because she's still having her magic and summons be not useful every once in a while. So see, she gets, she loses her voice in the narrative, and it actually takes a toll upon her mechanically, and that silence won't work. I mean, that's, yes, it's annoying, but it's really cool. It's really convincing mechanically to get the message of the story that she's, you know, lost her voice. It really comes across really well, I think. Okay, so now we're gonna use attack with Aiko because of course we don't have the MP from the Promise Ring equipped on her. Let's see. I guess we'll just keep attacking, because I think his defense is now cut in half too, now that he's minied, so I think these two girls will do some more damage with their magic rackets. Of course, Amaranth and Zidane won't really give him a shot, will they? They don't even get a chance. Which is wonderful in itself. Alright, so Garnet is just barely keeping pace with Aiko there. Pretty sure they're gonna be at somewhat of a different level until they both get up to, you know, where Amaranth's at right now in the 40s, sort of. Then they'll start spending more time on the same level as each other. Because all the thresholds will be so much higher to get to the next level. Let's see. Ooh, shoot. See? Yeah, we really need to have that mini on. Mini is a good thing to do, the Grand Dragon. Level 3 defenseless is really good. I think the dragon can be poisoned. I think the Grand Dragon can be slowed. If I'm not mistaken, it can also be blinded. But I think in all these cases, all of these status effects are pretty hard to get to stick on the Grand Dragon. So it's kind of a pot shot no matter what you do, because there's never a guarantee that mini will work, or that slow will work, or blind, or poison. Ooh, we're getting pretty low MP on Zidane there. I'm gonna go ahead and use another No Mercy before I figure out... Oh, okay. Well, it took the dragon out anyway. I wanted to know if I should cast Mini again. We got through that battle without needing it. So even at this fragile level with our low HP on Garnet and Aiko, we're already learning that if we can cast Thievery and No Mercy enough times in a row, then perhaps Mini doesn't even matter to us right now. So, you know, that's cool. We're a little more survivable than we think we are, probably. I don't think I should have used Aiko to heal, though, because she's got less MP than Garnet. Next healing will definitely be, Garnet will be on healing duty. Okay, let's get that mini up. Oh, that was going to be silence. We don't want silence. Even if the dragon wasn't impervious to silence, we want all that thunder damage that you just saw to still happen, so we don't want him to be silenced. Oh, alright, now we can just attack it. I'm always waiting for Garnet to say attack. Command failed. I'm always happy when that doesn't happen. And, you know, having that exist in the game to complement the narrative, it sort of gets you trained in a way to be a man down. Like, you know, you can't count on Garnet really to perform in a pinch, because there's always that possibility that she'll be not able to do the command, and so you're kind of like the game is training you to just rely on 3 out of your 4 people to close the match, and that is sort of a setup for something that happens later, because there's a certain dungeon where you'll only get 2 people in your party. So the Earth Shrine, is a place where you go and the game forces you basically to have Zidane and Quina in your party for that Earth Shrine. So all of those blue magics that we just got done learning will come in very handy there, and the Thievery that we're going to be maxing, and the Frog Drop that we're going to be maxing, they'll all come into play. Because I'm gonna show you guys. It's sort of a quest of mine. It's a side quest or a challenge that I've undertaken. During that part in the game, you can take on some incredibly nasty bosses, and you can do it with one arm tied behind your back by way of only using your team of Zidane and Quina for the battle. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm gonna like to show you guys how that works. So okay, so half MP, we can actually learn that through the Promised Ring later on. So we don't even need to keep the light robe on Garnet anymore. However, Aiko does already know auto regen, and I don't know that it will. Well, it might teach her full life. So we'll get auto regen learned, and we'll see if the light robe teaches full life to Aiko, because that might be the case. And then we'll throw. What was next? Opal? Yeah. We'll throw that on Garnet right now. Boy, that'll be great if she can learn full life right now from that light robe. That would be something special for Aiko. We don't really need Holy as much as we need half MP and full life. Let's see, Rosetta Ring. We're only 80 away. Maybe we could just keep learning half MP with Garnet, because why stop learning AP on an ability when we still have Aiko learning from the white robe? You know, we just don't want the light robe to be sitting there in inventory doing nothing when we could be learning half MP with it on Garnet. So we probably won't be switching that robe over as quickly as I had said. Perfect. And notice that by beating a mini dragon, we're not miniing our XP or AP output either. We're getting the same. So why make the battle harder on yourself if you don't need to? I guess is the moral of the story, you know? It is a little harder in that the Thundaga spells won't hit himself as much, but then again, Amarant and Zidane are doing a pretty good job. So we don't really need his own help to kill him at this point. We stopped needing that a long time ago, when our heavy hitters were all still in the high 20s. It's so good to be so powerful. Now let's see, we had a bunch of abilities learned here. We had the Magic Racket abilities learned by Garnet, and now we'll be able to do Kiraga. Auto regen probably was the other one we learned here. We have... Ooh, we have mini learned for Magic Racket. So we're gonna learn Dispel then. Good, good. So we're getting rid of our Magic Rackets. Only for the time being, because we're gonna want those back on to increase our magic. These girls don't really ever get good physical output anyway, so it's not a huge shame that we're putting a crappy Magic Racket back on them. It's not like they're losing out on the potential for really high damaging weapons otherwise. Okay, now we got both of our girls who know Mini natively. That's really good. Let's see if we need a Mini from Garnet here. Ooh, we don't have any MP on Zidane anymore, so we're gonna need a mini from Garnet, and it may or may not cast, and Zidane will have to just attack from here on out. Getting down to it. Amarant has enough MP still for some... Yep, C command failed, so we didn't even get mini on Garnet's casting. Amarant has enough MP, I think, to be able to get another No Mercy out. The question is, will he be able to survive? Because we haven't been able to mini this dragon. I really hope this is the clincher. Yep, we got him. Alright, cool. So we'll be able to throw a couple of tents on the party. Spend a couple of nights up in these mountains. Healing. To my knowledge, this is the only game where the tent does not refill your HP and MP fully. I think it adds to the realism of being an adventurer. Like, you know, you want a good weekend, you want to, you know, be able to sleep 2 nights in a row in order to really get back at it, but then again, if you're an adventurer in a fantasy land, you're not really relying on realism anyway, so it's sort of moot at that point. And it would just be nice to be able to, you know, mechanically have everybody healed on one tent. I've watched some playthroughs online, and some people seem to be really sour about that point, actually. And for me, it's not that bad, because this is the first game that I learned. So, the first game that I played, and it doesn't really come across to me as something terrible. Just because, you know, I've always had tents do half of what was expected. Like half, you know, fill your HP halfway and MP halfway. Now let's see, we can put half MP on Garnet here. Because she has the Odin ability now, and well, I guess that's pretty cheap. Aiko is the one with the expensive summons. We got Fenrir for 30, Phoenix for 32. I guess those aren't, like, so expensive. I guess Odin is more expensive. But we'll be casting Odin for 14 for a while. I want to show you the awesome power that Garnet can wield. And it's cool that she's learning these at a point in time where, again, she could fail at any moment, so with awesome new power, there's also chaos and instability. Like, she's, you know, becoming a boss, but she's not fully capitalizing upon that bossness yet. And I just think it's so well done. So well done. Now, we'll be casting Odin exclusively with Dagger for a while, Garnet for a while. Because we definitely want an insta-kill if we can get it. Mini is good, and Mini will make the battle shorter. There's nothing like an insta-kill to make the battle just super short. This will either be a hit or a miss. Oh man, it's a miss. Well, it's a good thing we have half MP on. And that was a full attack animation. That was the first time that we cast Odin. So, you know, we don't always get the full attack animation. I'm surprised the full one missed like that. usually when you see the full animation, it's pretty much a guaranteed hit, and it's a critical for Garnet. But you know, maybe we'll get some damage off it rather than a kill. Because Grand Dragon is that big of a creature where maybe Garnet has trouble insta-killing it. Maybe she has to have the Gunge Lance. Oh, well no, she's still trying to Zantetsuken this thing. Zantetsuken is translated in Japanese as the steel sword. So that's the insta-kill version of the Odin summon. And there's another one that I'm trying to show you guys, and I'm not sure. We may need another add-on in order to do it. But in other games, you don't need the add-on in order to get Gunge Lance to happen. Or some of them call it Gunge Lance, some of them call it Gungnir. I think in Final Fantasy IX it might be called Odin's Sword. Or that might be the auto-equip ability that's associated with the Odin summon. That's exclusive to Garnet. But somehow I know you can get a Gungnir to come down. Oh, you know what? This is our Odin lady. Let's see, we want... Oh, no, can't concentrate. Well, we want to see if we can get Minnie. And then, of course, we know No Mercy will do good. Would be great to get an insta-kill on camera for you guys. Hasn't happened yet. Oh boy. That's quite a hit she took. Many didn't take. And we must have took auto regen off of Aiko for a minute. Because she's not regenerating. I think we did that to put auto life on her. See, now that was the fast version of the summon. Just the lance comes down. There's no Odin. I think once we get the Odin sword ability learned and equipped in the support menu for Garnet, then we'll have the ability to, if that lance does not kill it automatically, then it will do heavy damage. That's the way I think it works. I don't think that the lance ever does any damage until you get that ability equipped in the support menu. Alright, let's see. Atomos would be pretty good. I think he'd be the next... Nope, Ifrit's the next cheapest as far as AP, so let's go for Ifrit. And casting for MP. Matter of fact, Ifrit would be the next cheapest. Atomos, I think, is more expensive than Odin, if I remember correctly. I think it's like 30-something. I think it starts to rival some of this summon spells that Aiko has for MP cost. Oh boy, we really need to heal Aiko. Unfortunately, we can't heal Aiko with Garnet because Garnet doesn't have the null reflect ability. So we're constantly trying to heal with Minnie, Maybe I just won't do that. Maybe I'll just cure on Aiko. I'll have her cure herself. We still haven't had an Odin one-hit kill this thing yet. It's always glorious and always something I want to celebrate when it does happen. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. We just had another controller die. I'm going ahead and I'm plugging it back in right now. Good thing I had a controller right on the charging cord. Swap it right out. Recharge the next controller. That's how we do it. Oh boy. Between the kid playing the game, of course she's grounded from it the rest of this weekend. Then we use Disney Plus now, so my wife tends to run the battery on the controller just because that's really minimal. That's not a lot. It's just that the controller stays on for quite a while. And I don't really know how much of the battery that drains, but let's see, maybe we'll do Cura on everybody. Cast it AoE. No Mercy is good, but Thievery far and away has become our best ability. I mean, a lot of people, myself included, on my first playthrough, I would just hack and hack and hack. Oh, we got it. We got an instant KO. So, I mean, how cool is that? Garnet can summon something and just kill it immediately. Makes a whole battle a big ordeal, takes it down into a trivial little matter. That's really cool. And it's even cooler when she's past the point in the game where she gets her voice back. Then you don't have to worry about commands failing. And failing to summon the Odin summon completely. Because, you have a chance that Odin will fail to summon, and then you have a chance that the instant attack will miss because it's a status effect. So, that's a 25% chance, philosophically at least, for everything to fail. And I don't know if statistically if that's maybe even less than 25% chance. Because the numbers might play out even worse. But definitely once Garnet gets her voice back, she'll be able to summon Odin reliably. All the summons reliably. And Odin actually will still be the only one that's not quite as reliable, because the stat effect is not guaranteed. But at least it'll be getting reliable damage, and it'll be non-elemental. it would be one of the cheaper non-elemental ways to damage something big like a Grand Dragon here. I don't actually think that Kira's gonna get off here because I think... Yep, Mammorant killed it. Mammorant killed it. Looks like we learned some abilities. Looks like Garnet gained a level. I keep thinking I was talking about something and then I forgot to keep talking about it because of something that was going on. Magic Racket. See, I don't think Aiko has any other weapons that are better than the Magic Racket. I know for sure at least Dagger doesn't. However, Aiko has access to flutes, and so I sort of have to check her page just to make sure there's not a flute that's better. No, actually, Magic Racket is the only thing listed for Aiko, so the flutes don't add to the stats at all, so none of the flutes are good for Aiko to have. So we're gonna go straight back to Magic Racket. I mean, we got Dispel learned. Sure, it's a dip in power, but we want those stats higher, so we're gonna take that sacrifice. We're just gonna roll with it. So, Kiraga has a long way to learn. Okay, so Aiko might, pound for pound, wind up magically more strong than Garnet over the long haul here. If she spends more levels with the Magic Racket, especially early on like this. But what can we do? I mean, we gotta learn Kiraga. Let's summon Odin. Of course, we're gonna cast Kira AoE. Ah, we got a long summon. Let's see if this one hits for death. Last time it didn't. He missed completely. Dude whiffed. That was not a good first impression. Nope, he missed again. Wow, when they show up, that's supposed to be like much better odds. And the way it's played out on this video so far is that every time he showed up has been a miss. It's been worse odds, actually. The only time that we got a death off the Odin summon was when he just threw his lance down from on high. We finally got a death out of that one. It's quickly becoming apparent that Odin is not worth his MP. At least until we get a certain ability equipped for Garnet, where on a miss he will still deal damage. Everybody except for Aiko is healed, so then again we don't really need Mini right now because it's close to death, so guess we'll just try to Kira again just in case. He'll probably die before it comes around anyway. Yep. Wow, so Zidane is closer to 6,000 now on that thievery. So those steals that I was doing on the Outer Continent added about 500 damage to that thievery every single time now. it really is a huge incentive to want to go back and grind some more stones. I mean, we got... I think I'll put auto regen back on her. See, when we grind the stones, then I steal with Zidane instead of attacking with him all the time. We got Amrat on 46, which... I mean, I don't think he's on his last add-on. I think he's still got add-ons after this to learn. Ooh, auto life. Oh crap, he's... How many battles has it been since he had that? I think we put him behind. Accuracy plus for 30. Auto float. Restore HP. Restore HP is the big one. Oh no. Long reach. Long reach is definitely the big one. Oh jeez, okay, so... Anklet though. See, healer. Amrat gets healer, and that's really weird, in my opinion. First of all, let me just dive into this. Amrat getting heal is weird because he's the only physical attacking character that gets it. I mean, unless I'm wrong, if Queena gets it, that's, you know, a possibility. I know Vivi gets it, which doesn't make sense to me either, being a black mage, but the two white mages get it, which... that makes sense. Queena may or may not get it, I can't remember. But even still, I mean, Amaranth is probably the heaviest hitting physical character that we have that will get access to healer. Now, let's unpack that. Why is that useful? First of all, you know, if you want a single target heal, that's pretty great. But if you don't want a single target heal, it's kind of, you know, well, do we really need this? Because, you know, you need to AoE heal more than you need single target heals. So there's that. The next thing is he's already got chakra. You know, that heals HP, it heals MP all at the same time. I guess you could make the argument that it's not a whole lot of health. So, like, a hit with healer equipped would be more health because Amaranth hits for, you know, pretty high damage every time. All those are fair points. However, I just feel like, you know, he's got revive. He can wait till somebody falls. He can just pick them back up, you know. It's not super important for Amrat to have healer. You know, especially if you factor in when he goes to trance, his flare turns into the Elan ability. Then, you know, he gains AoE chakra, AoE revive. It just becomes more and more preposterous. But I guess to a certain extent, you know, who am I to judge? Sort of a thing. Let's see, we'll go in from the infantry location here, because it's hard to get at Maiden Sari from the bird. I don't actually know if you can, really. I don't know if you can walk across that on the world map. Let's see, we're gonna steal now with Zidane. We're gonna get his thievery up real high. And of course we don't need flare, we don't need Oh, another thing that's good is Odin's summon is AoE. And it's impervious to vanish, I think. So, you know, there's that too. You can crowd clear with Odin. That's pretty great. I'm not gonna make a habit of it. I'm not gonna keep doing it because, ooh, well, death worked pretty well on that knoll. Especially though, since we want to get as many steals as we can to try to get, you know, a lot of Phoenix Pinions out of them. I think I'll just go ahead and do physical attacks with Garnet and Ayako, unless they really need to heal. In that case, Ayako does have the Reflect Null, so I'll have Ayako do it. I really probably won't use Garnet's MP going forward from here very much at all in this grind. Okay, so I was going for Thievery again, which is bad. We don't want that. Oh man. You know, the other thing is, you can take Auto Reflect off for a while. And that would allow us to have, you know, like Auto Regen on some people, Auto Life. Of course, they're not really hitting very heavy in this stage to need Auto Life. Let's see, what is Holy? Ooh, Holy's pretty expensive. I don't think we want that. I think we'd rather have No Mercy. Of course, No Mercy is, Amarant doesn't have a lot of MP right now, so we'll just use a Holy here. Just because Amarant is so low on MP. This Null's gonna be hurting too. Holy is a strong spell in this game. I didn't even see what the damage was. That's something that kind of annoys me about Final Fantasy IX. If you get like an overkill, the enemy will fly so far off the screen that you can't even read what the HP damage you did to it was. That would be something I would change. If there was a remake or a sequel or a prequel to this game, I would change that fact right there. It'd make all the HP totals visible at all times. Let's see. I guess we don't need to steal from these trolls. Trolls don't give the really good loot that we're looking for. No Phoenix Pinions. I think they might give you a tent. That might be the coolest thing that you can steal from a troll. And while that's cool, you can get tents off of Ochus just as easily. And you can get Phoenix Pinions off of Ochus also. So, you know, we want to grind out our steals to get Thievery up. I guess somebody could say that there's wisdom in stealing from ogres, but it's less necessary. Of course, they can always cast that solution on us and settle the argument right there, because that pretty much berserks us and we can't do anything anyway. So that's cool. Alright, we got Ifrit out of the way. We can learn Atomos and Leviathan. And... ooh, Auto Float. Auto Float is very cheap for Garnet. Auto Life... Angel Earrings. Let's see, we just learned the Rosetta Ring, so... Featherbeat Auto Float is cheap for her too. Healer's cheap. You know, we could learn on auto life with Aiko right now. Pretty soon we'll be learning full life too. So that's good. So we'll learn auto life. Let's see. We've got that big 80 AP concentrate Rosetta ring waiting for Garnet whenever she needs it. So I guess we can focus on, you know, learning the rest of our summons here, and then we'll be light years behind Aiko insofar as learning abilities from add-ons. Oh boy. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna go get myself a Gatorade. My throat's getting kind of scratchy. Okay, so we've got our loadouts changed around. We got a rebirth ring on Aiko, that's good. The white robe is ready to be done. And as soon as that white robe is done, I'm probably going to change the light robe over, because Garnet may be done with it. Even if she's not, she can always learn half MP from the Protect ring. Of course, no, that's on Amarant right now, so I'll probably just leave it on her. Why change something? We just wait a little bit longer. It'll all be good. Gotta love that Blizzard isn't doing any more damage to us anymore. Not that it's lethal, it's just annoying. Wow, so that Null did 9 damage with that physical attack to Aiko, and she already has recovered to max HP. So this is going to end up being a game of casting the magic. We might as well do a summon at this point. Well, not Carbuncle, silly. Got a Phoenix Pinion off him. That's awesome. Well, we'll go and steal from the other one now. Nope. Well, that took care of that. Let's see. We have a message, and we can't read it, but we can read the second message that says hi. So, thank you. I'm not sure if that is Japanese or Chinese. I think it looks Japanese, or it looks like possibly Japanese mixed with Korean. I don't know, it's something Asian, but hi, thank you for the hi. I'm glad that you're enjoying the show. People in the States love Final Fantasies. And my love of Final Fantasy started with 9, then moved to 7. I shook my head very hard at 8. I did not like Final Fantasy VIII quite so much. Then 10 came out, and 10 was really great. So yeah, a lot of Final Fantasy fans over here in the States. Not as much as I wish there were. I will be honest, I wish there were more Final Fantasy fans in the States. But you know, I had plenty of friends growing up who played them. And of course everyone's always playing Call of Duty and all those shooter games like that, but a good number of those people will also carve out some time for Final Fantasy now and then. My good buddy John goes back and forth. I haven't played a shooter game since Duke Nukem 64. I mean, I've played shooters at other people's houses, on their consoles, on their games. I have not owned a shooter game since Duke Nukem 64. Okay, that's not true. I have not bought a Duke Nukem, a shooter game since Duke Nukem 64. I do own Mass Effect. I haven't really played it a lot, though. People keep telling me how good it is, and I may go and play it at some point in time, but I have it on the 360. I don't really have the ability to stream it right now because I'm not streaming on a computer, I'm streaming off my PS4, so I may go and play Mass Effect. Yes, it's a first-person shooter. I guess you can play it as a third-person or a first-person, which, I mean, that's cool. But, yeah, I really like the RPG genre. This is my forte. So let's see, what's our loadout doing? We got... Sedan has learned everything, we got Amethyst almost learned. Okay, so we're pretty new on all of our stuff right now. What about the light robe? Almost done. I think we probably will stop the video when that light robe has been learned. Once Garnet learns half MP, I think, is what she's learning in that light robe. Then I'll switch it over, and we'll end the video. I don't really think we need to waste any MP on this Ochu here. The less damage we do, the more steel changes we get. Of course, Amarant is taking care of that for us. Well, that was fun, having a viewer. I don't always have a viewer on every one of my shows here. Yeah, I guess when I told everybody I was gonna change the light robe over and stop the video, then it sort of de-incentivized them to keep listening. Oh well. People have things to do. I sort of assume that if you guys are watching this YouTube channel, you've picked up on the fact that all of my playthroughs are numbered. Okay, so we got the white robe learned. Yeah, all my story important sessions are numbered, so we don't, you know, you don't have to watch any of the bonus videos ever, really. And matter of fact, I'm just gonna end this bonus video here, but definitely if you feel like you have something to do in your life that you'd rather be doing, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and skip over all the bonus videos, because the next story and narrative action will be happening when we get to the next numbered video. So I'm just gonna goof around until then, and this has been StiltzkinKupo84 with Cat and Fam Gamer TV. On the next video, we'll definitely be switching Light Robo over, and we'll probably be doing a lot of other stuff as far as grinding too. So I'll see you then. Later.